In the world of the elite, the most dangerous weapon isn't a gun. It's a signature on a document you will never see. The architecture of greed isn't built on money. It is built on the most valuable resource in the universe, your time. Meet the 1%. They don't work for money. They own the systems that make money while they sleep. Most people trade their hours for a paycheck. This is the first trap. It is a linear game in an exponential world. You've been told that working harder is the key, but the math says otherwise. Inflation is the invisible tax on your effort. By the time you save enough for freedom, the price has doubled. The goalposts are moving. The elite understand a secret you weren't taught. Currency is a distraction. Assets are the only reality. To enter the 1%, you must stop playing the game of survival and start playing the game of dominance. It starts in the brain, specifically the dopamine loops that drive human ambition. But these loops have been hacked. Modern society is designed to keep you in a state of constant low-level wanting, a permanent cycle of consumption. We are biologically wired to hoard. In the wild, this saved us. In the 2026 economy, it keeps us enslaved. True greed isn't about buying a jet. It's about the power to dictate the movements of entire markets. The architect doesn't care about luxury. He cares about leverage, the ability to move the world with a pinky finger. In 2026, the greatest leverage isn't labor or land, it is compute. The ability to process reality faster than your competitor. This is the value capture system. A web designed to filter wealth from the many and concentrate it in the few. If you are using a free service, you aren't the customer. You are the product being sold to the architects. The 1% are already living in a different reality, one where geography is irrelevant and traditional laws are suggestions. The old rules of get a degree and save money are the compasses of a dead world. They lead nowhere. You are here because you've realized the trap exists. But realizing you're in a cage is only the first step. To cross the gap, you have to understand the 3 pillars of the 1% protocol: debt, asymmetry, and automation. Debt is the fuel of the elite. While it burns the poor, it powers the machines of the wealthy. Most people use debt to buy liabilities. The 1% use debt to buy income-producing assets that pay the debt for them. Asymmetry is the second pillar. It's about finding bets where the downside is capped, but the upside is infinite. The elite don't gamble. They wait for a sure thing, an imbalance in information that they can exploit. Automation is the third pillar. In 2026, if a machine can do your job, you are already obsolete. The 1% are replacing the global middle class with algorithms that don't sleep, don't eat, and don't complain. This sounds like a nightmare, and for most it will be. But for those with the protocol, it is the greatest opportunity in history. Wealth is being condensed. The middle is disappearing. You must choose which side of the divide you will stand on. We are going to peel back the layers of this architecture. We are going to show you how the gears actually turn. But first, we have to unlearn everything you were taught about the value of your time. Greed isn't the problem. Ignorance of the system is the problem. And ignorance is expensive. Are you using your hands to build someone else's empire, or are you using tools to build your own? The doors are closing. The rules are changing. It's time to decide if you are a player or just a piece on the board. Act 2. The machinery of wealth. How the architects turn debt into a perpetual motion machine. The secret to the 1% is positive carry. They borrow money at 3% to invest in assets that return 15%. While you are punished for using credit, they are rewarded. The system is rigged to favor the borrower, not the saver. They understand that cash is trash. Cash is a liability that loses value every second it sits still. The architect moves their capital like water. It always flows to the path of least resistance. In 2026, liquidity is the only metric that matters. If you can't move your wealth in seconds, you don't own it. They use information asymmetry. They know what happens in the markets 10 minutes before the news hits your phone. This isn't illegal. It's just the way the architecture is designed. Networks are worth more than bank accounts. Real estate is the ultimate anchor. The elite buy the land that you will eventually rent from them. They build moats, protective barriers that prevent anyone else from entering their market. In the AI era, the new moat is data. If you own the data, you own the future of every industry. The wealth gap isn't a crack, it's a canyon, and it is widening every time a new model is trained. Act 3. The 2026 Pivot. Why your current strategy is a death sentence. If your income depends on your physical presence, you are a liability. The architects are phasing you out. The new elite are solo architects. They use AI to perform the work of 1,000 employees. They have merged their intelligence with the machines. They are no longer playing the same biological game as you. They are becoming sovereign individuals. They move their wealth to wherever they are treated best. A great reset is coming. Not the one you hear about on the news, but a reset of who owns the infrastructure of life. The signals are clear. The era of the average employee is over. You must become an owner or be owned. The protocol is the key. It is the framework for moving from the 99 to the 1. It requires a total mental rewrite. Step 1. Audit your attention. If you are consuming more than you are producing, you are losing. Stop scrolling for dopamine. Start building for equity. Attention is the currency they are stealing from you. Step 2. Build a digital twin. An automated system that creates value while you sleep. Step 3. Aggressive reinvestment. Every dollar you earn must be a soldier sent out to capture more dollars. This is the final transition. The architecture is already built. You just have to decide which side of the wall you want to be on. The 1% aren't smarter than you. They just have a better playbook. And now you have it too. But the playbook is useless without the courage to execute. The system depends on your fear of the unknown. Will you stay in the maze, or will you build the maze? The choice has always been yours. This is just the beginning of the protocol. We are going to expose every gear, every lever, and every secret. If you are ready to rewrite your economic DNA, subscribe. The war for the future has already begun. Join the elite. Understand the architecture. We will see you in the next deep dive. The protocol is now active.